Dire team back.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 14, Week 5. It's very dark in here. Okay, there we go.
Yes, hello.
Today we got the Brothers against NATO, guided by Allah. They're taking on Dragon Ball Zeus for the second time in a row.
Guided
for
by
all I know.
Zeus.
Yeah, guided by Zeus. It's going to be the battle of the deities here. No, what's really going to be is going to be the battle of two teams that are in a very distinctive rebuilding phase. Dragon Ball Zeus came in last week. They've got a new drafter. They've got a new draft strategy as well. They've really thrown everything at the wall here to basically just try to break down and rebuild this team. On the other hand, the Brothers against NATO are doing some experiments of their own with positioning, with trying to do some role swaps. So you got two teams here that are really trying to turn things around. This will be an interesting experiment to basically see who's having the more successful comeback here. I don't believe either of these teams are formally KO'd yet.
Yeah, you need 8 losses.
Radiant team back.
They have 6. So if they get 2-0, that is a knockout, but they get 1-1, not quite.
Pudge and Skyrath Mage banned out. Skyrath ban's a little more interesting there. Likely targeted a Maniac who has that Skyrath gaming tag, I believe. Undone. Shoutouts to you if you're the person who has the Skyrath gaming tag and you're not Maniac, because I might have confused Maniac with somebody else there, but I'm pretty sure it's him. Undying and Juggernaut going down on the part of Brothers against NATO.
Radiant team pick.
Okay, classic. It's a vintage errata first pick, Death Prophet.
Yep.
Radiant team pick.
Witch Doctor.
Say somewhat less vintage second pick Witch Doctor.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
My brother's taking a little bit of time here. Dipping into those reserves right at the start of the game here.
Dire team pick.
Okay, classic.
The ultimate.
It's a season 12 vibes.
Yeah, that's true. This is a very season 12 first set here. Which is funny because there's precisely one person from season 12 on this team, and you know, well, it's just a fantasy. Didn't really draft like this, did they?
5 seconds remaining.
See what the season 12 finalists have to say about that pick.
Yeah, that's true. You've got both the winner of season 12 in the form of Rada, and the runner-up in the form of Boss. They're on Dragon Ball Zeus. You could definitely make a very powerful drafting collective between the two of those. They're gonna say Chaos Knight. That's interesting. I don't know exactly.
It's a Boss CK or a Rada CK. We'll see.
You want to hear some very insider information?
To
I talked to Boss after the game last week, and I said try out some CK. He's kind of fun. You might get some interesting stuff out of him, because even though CK is not the best pause one in the world, I mean, I think he's a cut above like a Morphling, for example.
Maybe the Ags build Morphling's coming back into the meta. I would say is better than CK probably. With that busted Ags that needs to be patched out of the game.
It's true, but that's not how Boss has been building Morph, so, you know.
That's true.
Without it,
10
I think you could
seconds
probably
remaining.
agree.
5 seconds remaining.
There goes down the Slark. So it might be that, just on that ground. No Night Stalker.
Playing against Vex, banning Night Stalker and Pudge.
It's true. You know, that could also be Godlike Matt. Or really Pasky as well. I guess Pasky's not much of a Pudge picker, though. It is interesting, you know, Dragon Ball Zeus is kind of at almost a bit of a question mark state when it comes to who exactly they're banning. Because the brothers against NATO have been shifting around positions recently. They probably don't know exactly who they're going to be facing until the picks come out. Clockwork ban there.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Legion Commander.
Radiant
Not
team
present in
pick.
this game. They're knocking out the Bristle. That's definitely a... Oh, LC counters this guy. Ban.
Yep.
Right there. I gotta be honest enough to say I would be kind of shocked beyond shocked for Rada to suddenly pick up a hero like
10
Bristleback.
seconds remaining.
So I do feel like that is a little bit of a...
So it's difficult to
seconds
play.
remaining.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
true. It's just... Bristleback is less about, like, execution, more about style, and Rada does not really go for that kind of style.
Dire team pick.
Sure. Shit Lord.
That's a pretty big counter to CK right there. That could be pretty bad for DBZ. If they're going to be using a 1 CK this game. They're definitely going to need some kind of break if that's the case. This would be a good spot for like a Hoodwink,
10
good spot for like a
seconds
Viper.
remaining.
Something of that nature.
5 seconds remaining.
If it's Rod on the CK, if it's like a 3 CK, or if Ruskel has lost his mind, this is a 2 CK. I think that's a little less necessary, but you still probably want it.
You just swap the CK out of the Pit Lord lane, probably. But we'll see.
Dire team pick.
Drow Ranger.
A Drow Ranger, alright.
So it is definitely
it's
not going to
not-
be, yeah.
It's
CK.
not a 1 CK. What's this Drow mid?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that could be the case.
Ten seconds remaining.
Like Drow against the
5
Underlord for the
seconds
most part,
remaining.
the Pit Lord teleport is a very obvious, it's very sort of telegraphed approach, so she doesn't have to worry about that too much. They're running out of reserve time on DBZ. They got 25 seconds for this pick, two bans on another pick. But she's able to avoid the Pit Lord teleport, and she can usually keep him. Okay, what the hell is going on this game? Something
It's a
funny's
Drow
happening
mid,
here.
CK1 Primal 3. That's
Could
what's
be the
happening.
case.
Or it's a Primal 4 or something. I don't know. We'll see. My
10
guess is
seconds remaining.
support 1, 2, 3
5 seconds remaining.
so far, but that'll be answered with the last pick, you would imagine.
Right.
Primal's got a big handful of Drow's Cape. It's messed up. Personal space, man.
Yeah, it kind of looks like he's subtly trying to cop a feel, but just doesn't want to quite do it. I think somebody might be watching him.
Hover,
And somebody
hover
is.
end.
Yeah, it kind of is. Kind of is. I mean, this is a good hover hand. You do not want this hover hand to unhover in this case. If this hover hand becomes a non-hover hand, you need to call the police. I mean, I guess
That's
it is
true.
like a primal beast, so you know.
Oh, now he's mad. We called him out. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we need a mid and a carry for the brothers, and we need potentially either a support pick or a mid
Dire team ban.
Phantom
for DBZ,
Gonna bring out
depending
the
on where they want to
here.
put the show.
As strong as the Pit Lord pick here is, I don't know if I really like the PL so much. I feel like he's gonna have some real troubles against the Primal Beast and the DP in this game.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Like, probably the biggest blue ball to Phantom Lancer that there is in the entire game is the Primal Beast just charging and trouncing through your army of illusions. Just knocking them all out, making it incredibly obvious who the real PL is as well while he does
Dire
that.
team ban.
No Leshrac.
I know that Lesh.
Banning out the puck.
And Puck very good against Row.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team ban.
If PL is able to close with the Drow Ranger, then it's going to be very, very good for PL, very bad for Drow. It's just, that's going to be kind of hard. He has to tear through an Exo to get there, he has to tear through the Primal Beast to get there. And before BKB, if he gets gusted at any point in this equation, that's just over.
And so this pick will answer my questions about this lineup.
Or just add more, I mean, that's also a possibility.
I don't think so. I think it's either a support pick or a mid.
Radiant
Just a
team
super
pick.
for joining us today.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
Clinks.
it's a mid clinks.
See, I told you, it's just going to have more
We're
questions.
sending so it's mid clinks and primal support then.
More than likely.
Ten seconds remaining.
Or it could be one clinks.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know, we'll see. I think the thing that confirms this primal support is no way this primal is going into a core role.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to do like a support CK or Drow or something. That would just be bananas.
Imbus.
Ember.
Choose your hero.
It is not showing me who's picking who. Okay, there we go. Yep, boss on the Drow Ranger, right on the CK. It's going to be 3 CK.
Indeed.
Oh man, it's going to be...
So
this is such a hard CK game.
they're laning CK into the field, which is the good part.
Yep. The bad news is, like, literally the second team fight start, it feels like Chaos Knight just completely falls off the face of the earth. Has nothing to do with the Ember Spirit, has nothing to do with the Underlord. And it isn't like a particularly great response to the PL either. Coffee Cat notably has returned to that pause 1 role. Looks like they've gone back to the original lineup of the Brothers Against NATO with Coffee Cat 1, Kami 2, and Luth 3.
Yeah. Kami has had his fill of pause 1 from last week, it seems.
Yeah. He's done with that now.
But we'll see. I mean, Clinks can be okay against it, depending on how quickly Clinks gets formed.
I think
Prepare for
in
battle.
general, geez, I don't know. I feel like it's really hard to call a favorite in this game. I don't know. I give the edge to the brothers in this game. I feel like the biggest thing is it's like, yeah, they don't really have anything to stop the Ember Spirit. It's their best player on the Ember Spirit. He's not got the worst lane in the world. I mean, Klink's ain't great for him, but it's not like a disastrous lane. I feel like once lane phase ends, there's going to be like a 20-minute period of Ember Spirit just kind of walking all over these guys. It's going to be kind of hard to stop him.
So Molsky has a smoke. They're probably going to do this play that they like,
30 seconds
run
to
4
battle.
heroes into the rune spot. Indeed.
Boss is giving
There
that an
you go.
affirmative. I would like to remind all of our viewers at home at this point that we are on a 2-minute delay, so it is a little bit before we can react to chat.
Well, it's I'm gonna run into a little bit. And don't seem to have the stun for that though.
Interestingly enough, Primal Beast started out with a trample here, rather than the charge, so there was never really a great hope that they were going to get this, which kind of makes me question, like, why did we try this on Dragon Ball Zeus? We invaded Rune with like a bad Rune invasion lineup, I don't know. Didn't really go
I think
bad for them
they
at
were
all.
hoping Witch Doctor was in this lane because they can't kill the ogre. So if they were into ogre, it's kind of a waste of time. But if they were into Witch Doctor, they can kill him.
Well, I mean, they can
Witch
kill the
Doctor
ogre.
is
Remember,
a +4.
remember that ogre is made of paper now. They nerfed the hell out of this guy.
Not as made of paper as Witch Doctor though.
It's true. CK tries to go for the stun to get a last hit there, and it still gets denied by PL. Rada's going to be crying himself to sleep tonight, so with that being said, it's time for the absolute most fun part of the entire cast. Time for our roll call. So for the Brothers against NATO, guided by Allah. Pause 1, we have Coffee Cat, currently on the Phantom Lancer. Pause 2, we
It's
have...
a 4 match up top is gonna end in a death, it seems. Will it be Maniac or will it be Molsky? It seems... Oh! What a trade this is. Alright, nobody's gonna die. Go on.
Anyway, pause 2, captain of the team, you've got Kami on the Ember Spirit. Pause 3, you've got Luth, rhymes with forsooth, on the Pit Lord. You know, Luth, returning to us after a week of absence, said he took off for some sort of Canadian Thanksgiving. You know, I gotta say, I've heard some pretty lame excuses for missing a game from some of these LD2L guys, but like, come on. Canadian Thanksgiving? Some whack made up holiday. Why would you have Thanksgiving in October? Luth on the Pit Lord. Pause 4, you've got the Maniac on the Witch Doctor. And pause 5, you've got New Obs, who's going to
Ogre's
get...
dead, I
Maybe...
believe.
Nope, he's fine.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
trample to death.
Fairy Fire.
here. Barely gonna live it out here. You've got New Obs on the Ogre Magi. Meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, pause 1, you've got Boss of the Capsule Corporation. If it was Capsule Computers, he'd be part of Capcom. Pause 2, you've got RG, Ruskel Gaming, for Dragon Ball Zeus, I should say. Dragon Ball Zeus, pause 2, Ruskel Gaming, captain of the team. Pause 3, you've got Rada G Gast,
Dire's
captain
turret
of
has
the
been
Season
killed.
12 Victorious Backdoor Boys. Okay, well, that support trade at top is going to end in First Blood, it seems, after all.
It's a delayed death.
Yep, Maniac finally going to go down here. Pause 3, you've got Rada on the Chaos Knight. Pause 4, you've got Jab on the Primal Beast. And pause 5, we've got Molsky on the Death Prophet. This is the RG, you always spam the my keyboard's not working, it's not plugged in line. This is the time.
Keyboard is really not working this time.
Iceman has levied his prediction that
is not working.
Yep, his keyboard is not working. There we go. Anyway, Iceman has levied his prediction that we're going to be seeing a victory for RG in 1 hour. So set your timer. 1 hour from now, RG wins. If RG doesn't win, we go to Iceman's house and we collect our gambling prizes from his personal stash of cash. I'm just hoping that Iceman doesn't like use a bank or something that will make this harder. We got a G. We got a G. Back to it. Molsky being
He's gonna poke down here.
Molsky being kind of brave, just trying to front line with his face a little bit against the Pit Lord here. It's definitely
Yeah,
not a bad idea.
Can't kill him without the Witch Doctor there, so.
The Pit Lord here is going to be a very major factor this game, I think. If he has a back, okay.
Oh, alright.
Missed a kill at mid there. That was very sudden. I'm going to make the educated guess that Klink's probably just overcommitted to a Burning Barrage at a weird angle or something. Then he gets tipped by Rada. But, as I was saying though,
Rare cunt, you've got nothing.
Boss using all of his chat wheel lines. And that totally interrupted my train of thought. Right, yeah. If Pit Lord has a good lane, then he's going to have like a very, very major impact on this game. It's just going to be so hard to deal with them. They really don't have anybody to do it. You know, Drow Ranger might be able to get a Silver Edge, and that's like the best of him.
Ensnared in fire.
What's my problem?
Ensnared in fire.
Indeed. Kami gonna pick up that water rune for himself.
You know, you said Kami gonna, and then I looked at him at top. I was like, oh, he's very low health. Is he about to die? No. Kami gonna pick up a water rune.
Pick up the water rune, yeah. I mean, it's a rune gaming, you know? Gotta keep an eye on these runes,
This
and
is not looking good
Orgy's
for
dead.
Clinks. Okay.
Strike.
Kind of hard to take fights like that, I guess. You know, Kami's just gonna TP back after this wave.
Yep, he has reached level 6 already. He's got that fire on the TP.
Dire's middle
Oh
tower
man, this is
under
starting
attack.
off bad for poor Clinks here. This is starting off real bad for the funny little skeleton man. 2 deaths here. It's very
and mid
rough.
lane's a little scuffed.
There was one little bit of consolation. So far, things have not been going great for Phantom Lancer down at bot. Feels like, I guess for the most part, New Obs has just not really been able to keep these two off of him. Iceman claims to never be wrong.
I mean, Rada has 17 denies, so that should tell you.
Yep. Things very rough for, Ooh, Molsky actually just died in spawn to the Maledict damage. That's really rough. He just
That was
TP'd there,
unfortunate.
so he's gonna have to walk back.
Hey, gives the boss some soul XP if he doesn't get run out by the Witch Doctor in about 5 seconds.
Well, it gives Boss the opportunity to run all the way back to his T1. Okay, never mind.
Oh no.
Never mind.
Maniac. It's so aggressive.
Gives him the opportunity to run all the way back to his T1 here. Boss did take this casual point of gust here at level 4, which did allow him to just say no to that run attempt. Speaking of saying no, PL going behind the tower here, saying no to Primal Beast and Chaos not trying to run him over. But
Boss is dead. Boss is not dead. That's... We'll see. Is he about to pop? Nope.
40 HP on that. Very high value shared tango there from Molsky. Dry Ranger eats her piece. What is she doing? Get out of the way of this lane, bro. Bro, what are you doing? You gotta stop. You've gotta not die.
In his fun. He's not gonna die.
Locke dies with the Witch Doctor
Especially if,
there.
Especially if Maniac goes on the DP instead. A little heat off the draw.
Yep. By the way, Primal Beast randomly took a spill up bot, and
Dire's structures
I Alpha just randomly took a spill there for half a second. CK just dodged. PL just not PL. CK just dodged the Ogre Ignite. This ult.
Yes, sir. Coffee Cat is dead. Oh, maybe not. What a god. One more hit.
Nope.
He's dead.
CK just barely catching up there.
Dire's middle tower is is under
putting the
attack.
spurs to it. I guess at this point you can really pretty much declare that this is a one lane here for CK down at bot. The
for sure.
hard part is going to be
Yes.
Yep. The hard part is going to be translating this. I think this is a very, lane phase went great for him. It's going to be a very rough game for him to try and do anything outside of lane phase because it's been going pretty much just as low for the Pit Lord. We'll say this, well, I was going to mention this before we had that little encounter. Oh, PL denying the tower there, right from under CK's nose. But, I think Boss has been doing really good with the Gusts in this lane. It feels like every time Boss is just, either Boss or the DP are in just a really rough spot. You see the that perfectly timed Gust to try and break things up. A lot of folks on Dragon Ball Zeus coming in to try and punish Ember Spear for going deep for Clanks, but just can't get him.
Rhoda TP's mid to Bill is mid out.
Yeah, both of the former offlane members come up here, which is a bit unfortunate. You got two people who TP into a lane and they get 0 kills for it against one guy.
It's fine, you save RG there, right? Like you would have died if they didn't TP there.
Well, would have died if CK didn't TP there.
Not true.
The unfortunate thing is Beast basically just shows up for really no reason. Ogre Magi are going to show up here at top. I'm going to finally actually get one over on Dro here. So far is at the lowest hits for a core in this game.
Yeah, that's true. Peel's coming back a little bit.
Doing marginally better.
Okay, Peel's getting gone on. He's gonna get annoyed a little bit here.
Lose about half of his HP. All CK can really do is just get mad at him, but...
Well, RG gone on mid. I think he's fine. Kami is playing this lane extremely aggressively.
Yeah,
it's working out for him.
This is kind of a different side of Kami here. I don't think we've really seen a match from him like this so far. Oh, okay, Witch Doctor's gonna get randomly run over here. Seems to lose a 1v1 with Drow Ranger here. I don't know. But it's a different side of Kami. We haven't really seen play out of him like this before so far in this series. I mean, this game, he's just completely dominating this mid. Primal Beast.
Travis 1v1ing him though.
Yep.
Interesting. Oh.
CK coming in. But he's hesitating a little bit.
Dire's courier has been
I mean, he wants the Flame Guard to not be active, right? So he gets the damage out, but...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Death Prophet gone on under the T1 here. Just completely destroyed by the 3 and under club.
Radiant's middle tower is
Who then go on to demolish the T1 top. Even though this was CK maybe overstayed his welcome here at mid. Primal Beast gonna go down.
Oh,
CK's still in danger here. But they're running the wrong way for him. CK just walks back into the lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, the way that they were
into boss is very strange.
The way that the CK juked him, brought him right to boss. CK tries to get back into position to get something done, just gets eaten by PL.
I mean, I assume he's just tanking that for boss, right?
Dire's middle tower
More than likely, but yeah, it is unfortunate. He has to tank it for boss because of a situation that he unintentionally created.
So we'll see. Pops the X over here. We'll drive Kami out of this lane.
PL picks up a double damage. Joe Ranger just trying to take the safest farm possible, just going as far away from this whole mess. Stay completely out of these affairs.
Yeah, but boss can't fight right now. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make any implication there that that's the wrong thing to do. Don't get me wrong. I'm just pointing it out.
The top T1's dead, right? So he can't really safely jungle, and even if he could, jungle farm is like pretty bad. Like you don't want to have to settle for jungle farm. You kind of want a lane Kami running into triangle.
Yep. Just unintentionally finds the Clinks
Radiant's
here.
top tower is
But,
under attack.
Clinks is just
Dire's
able
bottom
to
tower is under attack.
vamoose here.
Oh, Luth.
Yep.
No.
Drops the
Unfortunate.
pit on the Death Prophet, but only 1 point in pit. Prophet's not staying there too long. Gets the silence out on the Ember Spirit to make sure nothing happens there. Just totally safe. CK looking dead. CK is dead. Primal Beast looking
Also done, yeah.
pretty much exactly as dead.
Radiant's top tower is
Primal
under
Beast
attack.
dead. And this is kind of what I was getting at when I was talking earlier. Like, you know, CK, on one hand, CK had a very good lane phase there, but on the other hand, at this point, you know, he's sliding down the net worth chart, and it feels like everywhere he goes, every time he puts his face out, he just gets stomped just because this is such a bad CK game. Honestly, I think they just picked it too early. I don't think you can pick a CK even at 3 this early in the rotation and expect it to do that well.
You see boss getting run out here, and that's because his tier 1's dead. Like, if his tier 1 was alive, they would not be able to do this. Oh, well, no. A little bit of a...
Good reaction coming out
bit
here.
of a revenge.
Pillar's gonna come out here to try and get something done on this.
Oh man, Kami.
Yep,
They
going
really
in.
want to kill boss.
Going all in on the Drow Ranger here. Ember Spirit just dodged the silence. As a result, does get the kill, but he's gonna go down himself.
I think it's fine. Like, you're
Yeah.
happy killing boss. Like, if you kill their pause 1 and your pause 1 survives, it's always a win. Okay, Exo.
Underlord just got Crimson Guard just to make it even worse for CK. Just walks right out of this.
Oh my. Unfortunate.
CK just gonna randomly die here?
It's fine.
He's
He's
ignited.
not fine. He's gonna die to ignite.
Sad.
Unfortunate.
Armageddon out of here.
Okay, so again,
Radiant's bottom tower
Radiant's
is
happy with
under
that
attack.
because
Yeah.
they kill Drow and their PL is farming.
You have to go a very long way to kill the Drow, which is the upside for DBZ. They've definitely shown at this point it takes everything that they have to create an opening to go get the Drow Ranger there, but... Yeah, Primal Beast just clipped himself and had to TP back to the
That's our
tower.
cheesy moment.
Ouch.
Better than
Only has one level in that onslaught. He did not want to wait 25 seconds to get off the cliff. Poor Jab. I do think Iceman is right on the money about if this game goes like super duper long, then it's definitely all like DBZ all over. Like, if this game goes to like 70 minutes, it is so hard for the brothers to win it. It's just,
Dire's
I do
top
feel like they have a
tower
pretty
is
good
under
lineup
attack.
for establishing such a lead in that time that
And
that's a hard thing to do.
They have a Clinks and a Drow Ranger, so like, what are you gonna do to that team? Like, you kind of need to kill both of them, and it's kind of difficult to kill both of them unless your PL is super fed.
Right. Like either PL or Ember Spirit have to get like super.
PL is not super fed. Like, this is not like a game where PL is gonna go crazy at like 30 minutes.
Ember Spirit trying to go for the 1v1 here with Molsky, but Clinks is not going to make it a fair fight for very long. Ember Spirit eventually just pulling out. Does get the courier. Yeah, I do think it is going to be kind of hard. Like, they got some okay high ground as far as pushing creeps away goes, but if this Dragon Ball Zeus lineup does get like if the heat really starts to turn on in the 20-minute range, then it's like they can get the creeps to go away, but it's going to be a lot easier said than done for the heroes. Clinks is dead again.
Unfortunate.
Kami almost died trying to make that happen, but left at the perfect time. Witch Doctor just finishing off the little skeleton man. CK has finished his armlet. That should tell
is
you
it?
about how things are going for CK this game.
Is there enough farm on this map to enable both the Drow and the Clinks in this game? I'm not sure.
It's going to be hard. And just think, it's not just the Drow and Clinks, it's also the CK
Like
too.
they,
You know,
they
CK
don't have. It feels like they don't have space for like one of them, much less all of them.
Like, you know, CK is also somebody who needs to be farmed to have any impact.
Okay, speaking of CK, he's gonna delete the Witch Doctor there. And
Both of the former off-lane members
Oh,
are going to
man,
try and
there's-
go in on Kami, but in the spirit wins fight.
yes,
That,
and the Spirit wins fight with the help of his Underlord, for sure.
that Bitlord Crimson Guard in this game, it's going to be such a big item here. Like, it's going to be so hard for the Clink's right click to mean anything. It's going to be until Shard, the Drow right click doesn't really mean anything. And most importantly, CK is just totally out of action for a very long time. Also died
Yes.
without armlet on there, which is interesting. But CK is going to find it very insidiously difficult to deal any damage. Like, this is going to be a hard CK game if he didn't do that. Slow siege on the Dire top T2 here.
Yeah, coin.
This is gonna run to Rada here.
Have a temporary 1v1, but though, as Kami kind of shows, it's not going to be a 1v1 for long. Everybody on DBZ has shown up.
Yeah, there's a lot of heroes here. Oh no, Kami! He's
Ember
dead.
is going to go down, yeah.
Is over.
Okay, big. Alright,
Lord
Luth
coming
is
in,
trying
to
his
get
best to
revenge
punish
roll.
this. Yeah.
Having a hard time
That
actually
is-
finding the CK.
Rada's gonna waste their time a little bit here.
He's going to go down in the end.
So you kill their Ember, and all you lose is a pause 3. He's kind of struggling anyway, and boss is farming, so you're fine.
Only downside is PL is also farming to his heart's content.
That is true. Feel is indeed.
Still actually has a lead on Drow here, who's really having a tough time just competing for farm here with both the Clinks and the CK.
Yeah, there's less space on the map because of your flanks, right? So,
Everybody takes the Pit Lord Express to go clean up the T1 here at mid, and just goes right back to the enemy jungle. Ranger got a Force Staff. Looking to get a Hurricane Pike here, it seems. Yep, getting that as soon as humanly possible, which is definitely not a bad idea. Being able to put some more distance between yourself and the Pit Lord, being able to put some distance between yourself and the Ember Spirit is definitely a major upside in this game. Pit Lord looking for the Lotus Orb here. I'm not sure exactly why, to be
a lot of
honest.
heroes here. Gathering up for smoke, maybe? Don't have smoke, unfortunately,
Pit
but
Lord gonna knock out the top T2 here.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
they're looking for Peel right now.
It's like, you can reflect the CK stun, I think it also purges off. You can reflect the Death Prophets suck, and you can purge the Drow Silence. That's the only things that the Lotus Orb this game really does.
Who's buying Lotus Underlord?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dire's top
So yeah, it's
tower
for
is under attack.
silences, right? For your gusts, for
Dire's
your
turret
DP
has
silence.
been killed. Radiant's bottom tower is
Like, you really don't want your Ember to be silenced. So I get it.
under attack.
On one hand, there is that factor of it. On the other hand,
Exo.
Exo coming out here.
Your 9-second BKB is being used by Kami.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Really,
Is he
not
gonna
only,
die?
not only did it not achieve much there, all he got for was a pause 4 and then he just died, so that's not great.
Oh man, the Maelstrom proc on the last hit. Very nice. Thank you, Gaben.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Okay,
I will say
very
this
good
much.
turn of events for Rada
Radiant's
team.
bottom tower is under attack.
I feel like it's
Wow.
kind of unlikely that you're still worried about the Ember Spirit's silence when his BKB is up, like even if it's a 6-second version. I feel like it's either like 6 seconds into the fight, either Ember Spirit no longer cares about getting silenced, or Pit Lord is dead and Ember Spirit is dying, you know what I mean? Like that's really your two options in this kind of game. So I have a feeling that the Lotus Orb might be more of an on-paper dispel here than in practice. We just finished a Rod of Atos. Boss saying, on my way to bot, unwittingly, is on his way to the enemy smoke gank.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually accomplish
It gets repelled
much.
really quickly here.
They're just gonna eat the CK though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's fine.
Going back
If
in for more.
Boss can't die here. Like, it's really bad if Boss dies here. But I don't think he will.
DP is gonna eat it. Lose a streak to the Ember Spear, which ain't great. But certainly nothing too bad. Neither Boss nor Clinks went down for that one. Clinks at this point basically tied up for atop the net worth chart. He's definitely been accruing quite a bit of money here. They're definitely hitching the cart to Clinks rather than to the Drow right now. Clinks, speaking of which, has picked up his Bleatnir.
Yep. Very good. Now we can play it. You can both fight with that, and you can, like, if he runs into someone, you can pick them off.
Yep.
So, Roche.
Also a good disengage for him as well. Just throw that out there, get the hell out.
You know, notice where Maniac is standing right now. He's standing in, like, the perfect spot to make this as annoying as possible to contest.
Yep.
Although he does get killed, unfortunately.
CK is just gonna walk straight into the pit. Primal Beast
Contest,
tries
they
to
will.
follow, but just walks right into the pit himself. PL's gonna die!
Yeah,
PL
he's
dies
dead.
with the Primal Beast ult there. He's not really seemingly watching himself. Drow's shown up to contest this.
Ember's Silence, BKB. Very nice.
Run.
Drow Ranger is stuck on this cliff.
It's fine.
TP's out.
RG is... Oh my god, the barrage!
The barrage
That's
just
insane.
completely burns up the Roche pit here.
Oh my lord.
Both Clinks and the Pit Lord trying to finish off this Roche here, but then they both decide, wait, never mind, we'd just rather both leave.
RG, what a guy.
The RG stands for really good.
Yeah. Okay.
Pit Lord's coming back.
This brawl over the Roche pit will continue, it seems. He has another Gleipnir.
This time all it hits is the Pit Lord, and that just doesn't do any damage.
Oh man.
RG
RG.
reflects the CK stuff.
The Witch Doctor. Alright,
Very
Maniac,
big,
God.
Radiant's
yep,
bottom tower
very
is
big
under
ult
attack.
there from the Witch Doctor, and finally, after all these years, Roche is going to go down.
This very long fight over the Roche pit finally ends with a victor.
Well, I mean, kind of. It's Roche is still taking ages.
Yeah, that's true. It's fine though, like their Clinks is dead. And Kami's distracting their Drow, so
Never refuse gold given.
Radiant's middle tower is
never
under
refuse
attack.
gold given.
I believe they did just take this T2 bot
Dire's top
during this
tower
time,
is
so at
under
least it's not totally wasted by DBZ.
So they have a 6v5 here against the PL. It's not that the PL is that hard to kill, but it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, he's mortal. He's mortal enough, I think, that the Aegis makes sense here. I can tell you that Howler is having some technical difficulties, as I've seen him now playing Dota 2 a couple of times during this match.
Shoutouts to Howler.
Dire's middle tower is
We're
under
on
attack.
caught in the pit here. Taking a rather decent amount of damage, but Kami,
Taking a good chunk of good chunk of this damage output himself.
Curry's really deep.
Yeah, he's behind T3s here. He's gonna try and get out.
Doesn't matter though, they're all dying.
Yeah, Clinks gets the support, then dies. Primal goes too far out and dies. Pitlord takes the Pitlord Express to bot.
Really need a BKB in your Clinks. Like, he's dying at very unfortunate times.
He is going for that next. He has the Mithril Hammer already. So Dragon's gonna be happy.
Yeah, that's true.
What's Pitlord bringing to him? Blink Dagger, okay. But interesting. There's one side, I suppose, to try and follow the Ember Spirit into stuff.
Yep, so you blink and then pit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's also cured his shard. I promised that there was a good reason that I just randomly moved the mouse all the way to Radiant Fountain. Also picked up his shard there. It's gonna make that Firestorm a lot more annoying to deal with.
Very good.
Definitely also, you know, if he's gonna go for the Blink Dagger, that helps him out there. He can just, you know, cast a Firestorm on himself, blink onto you.
Smoke. Running dangerously close to RG.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
No, we're gonna run the opposite direction.
Yeah, we're just gonna occupy triangle here. Trying to push that Doomsday Clock back.
Thank you, my beauties.
Okay, I've also just seen that Jumpman and Vex are now playing Dota 2, so something is happening with the Dota 2 service today.
Kai and Vex are now playing Dota 2 for me. Yeah, let's see. So I don't know how much of a Doomsday Clock it is because the Stroud's still not that farmed.
Well, it is definitely a Doomsday Clock because, you know, if Drought does get scary, it's like very, very hard for DBZ to win this game, or DBZ to lose this game, rather. It's just,
it's
is
hard,
Drought ever going to get scary?
I don't think, it's not looking like it.
Dire's bottom tower.
Like, maybe if PL dies in the next fight, in this uphill, like, without getting the tower, then it's definitely, there's definitely a path, but it looks really difficult.
I think the big thing is, like, the CK is just really, like, really not helping the team structure at all, just to be blunt. It's like, CK himself is still a greedy guy, and it's like, he either needs to take farm, or he needs to, like, have no impact. This game he chose to have no impact. And that much has been plainly obvious, basically. Because he's just got too little money, he's got such a small amount of cash that he's not having any influence on these fights. I feel like if Rada's on an earlier hero, he can at least buy some space, but he hasn't been able to do that. Going down very casually again, has bought back here.
Aegis down.
PL Aegis, yep, finally pops.
This could be bad
Yeah,
if
he
PL
just got
dies.
silenced at a very awkward time.
Okay, good. You didn't lose Rex for this. This is really good.
Pitlord Express tries to take the Witch Doctor out of there. Only gets Pitlord and I believe no, Ember didn't actually take it. Just gets Pitlord and Ogre Magi out of the scenario.
So that's kind of what I was mentioning, right? If the PL dies like that, then it's possible to play.
The only downside is there's a lot of Godlike Madness now playing Dota 2. What's happening today? There's a lot of money and effort put into getting that actually done.
It's probably an update. Like they have to relaunch the client in between games.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
RG double damage rune onto the Ember.
It's gonna take all the damage in the world here. Not quite enough. Primal Beast is not in the best position, unfortunately, to do something about that, and has decided to compensate for this fact by picking up Ogre Seal Totem.
Classic item.
You know what that means? That means we get to restart between games here. That'll be fun.
Oh, that's true.
Luckily, OBS will continue the stream, even when I am not here. Well, not here, rather, not in Dota.
When I'm not here.
Yeah, I'll just stream my PC idle.
Feels like this Clank should have a lot more impact than he does. I'm not sure what the... I feel like there's a problem, but I'm not sure what it is looking at this
Okay,
game.
well, I mean, look at his items. Look at his inventory. He has the Gleipnir and no other sources of damage.
Right, but you kind of always go Gleep first on Clinks, right?
Right, it's just that,
It's
like, when you go...
he's buying Hex, which is... I think he's assuming the Drow will do his damage later, but Drow's also not building damage items. It's really strange.
Yep, Drow going for the Silver Edge here.
So, like, where's the damage on this team, right?
Yeah,
Like,
nowhere.
you have Disable on the Clinks, you have Utility on the Drow, so who's gonna do the damage?
And you have nothing at all on CK, who's still just packing that Armlet and Echo Saber that he basically ended lane phase with, and he has nothing else to his name. Imba's spirit has Shivas.
I mean, Drow is a shard, like, that's the closest you have to damage on this team. It's really awkward.
Shouts to Blue Jay, who's joined us in chat today.
How's it going, Blue Jay?
Isn't he supposed to be in game right now? What's going on? Is that series end early? Thank God for that.
Kami...
Very
Going
awkward
on.
spot, but BKB. he's
Again, like,
basically
they do no
invincible.
damage. Kami. Get him. Oh no, the pit.
Yeah, Pit Lord placed a bit very awkward spot for it to actually fly in.
They have damage issues.
Oh, well. He appears to be unstable with my Dota client today for whatever reason. Maybe it's because of that update that dropped. Who knows? Either way, Clinks goes for the PL there with the Gleipnir, but unfortunately the Burning Barrage hits nothing but illusions. The real PL is
Boss is
excluded
dead.
from the affairs.
They need to do more damage. Like, they have severe damage issues.
Especially into the Pit Lord, like, it would be bad enough if they just had a regular, everyday damage issue, but not only do they have damage issues against a hero whose passive is taking down a big portion of what damage you already have.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom
Two sets
Yeah.
of racks here going down.
Dire's
Likely
bottom
3 sets of
barracks
racks,
is under
maybe?
attack.
I'm not sure.
Dire's
RG
bottom
is here,
barracks
but
has fallen.
again, the hero does no damage, so...
I don't know why Witch Doctor's not got the heal out right now. Turn that thing on, man.
Dire's
Got some
top
damaged
tower
people
is under
around you.
attack. Dire's top
boss
tower
buyback.
has fallen.
Oh, okay. That's a little bit of damage.
Big barrage there.
Dire's
Takes
top
out the
barracks
the Witch Doctor with no issue, but having trouble doing anything more than that.
Leap here in 3. So you can do that again.
Yep, and the Pit Lord looking
Boss
very
is
dead,
dead.
here.
Oh, boss is not dead, BKB.
Dire's
Kami
Triple
is
kill
random
for
up and down.
The Radiant now have
Alright.
megaways.
Only issue is that while that was happening, PL just beat the racks to smithereens, so yeah.
Yes. So he is... Yeah, unfortunate. Leap here in 3, if you can catch him.
Coin.
RG's not
They're
even gonna
gonna-
try and go for this right now.
Disengage. So Drow survived, that's good.
Yep.
Your Rex did not survive, that's not good.
Nope, not one set of racks lived, and you had 2 buybacks for that as well.
The Mega
Oh, no.
Creeps defense, let's
No,
go.
for the record, Boss did not survive that. Boss just bought back for
Bought
that.
back, yeah. I mean,
But
the
it
second
didn't
life.
die back, yeah.
Yeah. He almost died. That's what I was talking about.
Fiel is now just going to murder CK in cold blood. Primal's going to do everything he can to try and stop this. But,
King says we have damage issues. I'm gonna buy a rapier.
well, yeah, that would be a good way to go about it.
Picks it up. It's on his courier.
You just better not die. It's the only thing.
I mean, it's okay. Like, either you die and the game's over, or you don't die and maybe you can win. Like, if you don't buy the rapier, the game's over anyway, right? So.
Yeah.
What? Divine Rapier Gaming, let's go.
Let's go. We all gonna go for Roche here. Take his sweet time. There is one sad thing about the Klink's rapier. It said he's gonna have a rapier, but like a considerably less effective rapier than normal, as Spitlord is gonna be scraping off 35% of that damage.
Will we have a Chris from Season 12 rapier game? Or will we have a... Oh, I can't think of like any failed rapiers.
US Danny in Season 13.
Yeah,
Rapier
Danny
game.
in Season 13 rapier, yeah. Which one?
Any of them, really. Felt like it just, something bad happens when US Danny picks up a Divine Rapier, you know? Charge! I don't think anybody realizes that Klinks has the Rapier yet.
Yep.
Nothing is indicated that they know.
They're gonna go on Rada here. Coffee cat.
Does have his
Deep in the
buyback, it
base.
is up now. Oh no!
Oh, that's
Primal Beast
unfortunate.
knocked everybody out of the way of the barrage.
Is Boss dead here? This is really awkward.
I believe we're
Oh
coming
dear.
out with the Ember Spirit this time.
Yep.
That's dieback for both members of the former offlane. Wolfsky's bot.
Barrage?
Aegis. No, actually, Fiel doesn't have the Aegis. Ember has it.
Yep. And Darby's dead.
Goodbye,
Unfortunate.
RG. Product calls the GG's, and we're going home.
Yeah, well, it was a noble attempt to buy Rapier. But you still had damage issues even with a Rapier, so that should tell you.
I mean, it's just, it just comes down to this. They can't run 3 greedy cores, which is what they win with here. You know, CK tried to not be greedy, and like, you know, he didn't just overindulge here by any means. But I mean, like, on the other hand, you know, he didn't have any impact, he didn't do anything, so.
Right.
Anyway, for those of you watching at home, and for those
I'm gonna
on
queue for
recording.
1 second to see if I have to restart.
Do you have to restart?
Yep. Out of date.
Alright, so we'll see you. We'll have a brief interruption. Be back soon.